So who have we got so far? Hello, Mrs. Ha. How are you? Good. I can't hear you for some reason. Sorry. Can you hear me, Mrs. Ha? I can't hear you. I'll just check with the others. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, I can hear you, Michael. That's great. How are you, Michael?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
How about you?
Good, thank you. Hello, Hakan.
Hello.
Hello, Hakan. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Okay, I can hear you. That's great. Hello, Nok.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi. Hi, how are you, Nok?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. And who else is there? Tone. Hello, Tone.
Hi,
Hi, how are you, Tone?
I'm good.
Good. Good. Mrs. Ha. I'm just checking to see if your microphone is working. Sorry, I can't hear you. Sorry. But I can hear everybody else. Okay, is there anyone I've missed? So we've got Michael, we've got Hakan, Nok, and Tone. So 4 of us so far this afternoon. Is there anyone I have missed? Anyone else? Anyone else I can't see? Okay. I still can't hear you. Sorry, Mrs. Ha. So I'm not sure what the problem is there, but I can hear everybody else. So I hope you've all had a good week. This week or this weekend in New Zealand is a holiday weekend. It's called Anzac Weekend to commemorate people or soldiers who've been killed in war over the years. So maybe you have a holiday like this in Vietnam, but one day every year in New Zealand and Australia. In fact, I think most Western countries, we have one day a year to commemorate or remember people and soldiers who got killed fighting in wars. And the day we do this in New Zealand and Australia is April 25th, which is tomorrow, of course. So this weekend is a holiday weekend in both New Zealand and Australia. And tomorrow, April 25th, which is called Anzac Day, is another day when the shops are all closed in New Zealand. You can't go shopping, except online, but you can't actually go into any shop. So that's what's happening here. So this is a holiday weekend, Anzac weekend. Okay, so has anyone got any questions for me about anything to do with English or anything at all? No questions? Okay. You can see what we're going to do this afternoon. We're going to look at our idiomatic expressions. I've got a short test for you. This is quite an easy test, so don't worry, you won't have any problems with this. I'm going to look at, I think I have looked at this with you before. I think I have with most of you, but just in case some of you have forgotten or some of you missed that lesson, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about public speaking, how you should speak when you are delivering some speech or reading some material in public, either to a small group or to a class, or you're giving a speech. I have some suggestions for you as to how you can improve your delivery of speaking. And this is not just in English, by the way. I think this will also help you in Vietnamese. So this is just about speaking in general, in any language, how to give a good public speech. And we're going to do a little bit of practice on that when we do our reading exercise. So I think this will take most of the lesson. If we have any time left at the end, we'll also look at the Ielts writing task 2. Okay, so I'll just check no one else has joined our class. They have. Minduk, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Welcome to class, Minduk. Okay. So I will start, actually, Minduk, I will start with you, please. So we're looking at the U and V idioms. Can you read the first one for me, please?
Uncharted waters. If you are in uncharted waters, you are in a situation that is unfamiliar to you, that you have no experience of and don't know what might happen.
Okay, good reading, Minduk. So in this case, it refers to a chart. A chart is also a synonym for a map. A map. So if you're in uncharted waters, it means you don't have a map. This refers to maybe you are a sailor at sea. So if you don't have a chart or map to show you where you are in the sea or in the lake or the river, maybe you will run into some obstacle like a rock. So this idiom has come to mean that if you are in uncharted waters in your life, it means you are in a situation that's not familiar to you and that you don't know what might happen next. So it simply means that you don't have a map or any experience to deal with the situation that you find yourself in. So that is uncharted waters. If you find yourself in uncharted waters, you are in unfamiliar territory. Okay, tone, please. Next one.
Under lock and key. If something is under lock and key, it's stored very securely.
Thank you, Tone. So this one should be fairly easy to make sense of. Something that is under lock and key means something that is being kept very safe. All right, maybe it's locked up somewhere. It's either locked in a bank or in a special box like a safe. Okay, something that's under lock and key is stored very securely. Thank you, Tone. Next one, please. Knock, the first V one. Hello, Knock.
I'm here.
Okay, the first V idiom, please, Knock.
Velvet glove. This idiom is used to describe a person who appears gentle but is determined and tough. Iron fist in a velvet glove is the full form.
Okay, excellent reading, Knock. Well done. Okay, so I'm sure you all know what a glove is. A glove is something that goes over your hand. Maybe if you are cold or you want to protect your hand from something, you wear a glove. A velvet is a very soft material. So a velvet glove, if you wear a soft velvet glove on your hand, okay, it appears soft on the outside, but inside maybe you have a fist, which is very strong. So someone who wears a velvet glove or someone who has an iron fist in a velvet glove is someone who appears gentle and maybe meek on the outside, but inside is very tough. Okay, inside they have maybe like a fist, they are very strong. So iron fist in a velvet glove just means someone who looks gentle and meek on the outside, but inside is maybe very strong and tough. Thank you, Nok. Hakan. Hakan, next one, please.
Vicious circle. A vicious circle is a sequence of events that make each other worse. Some drinks because they are unhappy at work. Then lose their job, which makes them drink even more vicious, is also used.
Okay, so vicious cycle or vicious circle means just as I've given an example there. Maybe someone starts to drink alcohol too much because they are unhappy at work. Because they drink too much alcohol, they lose their job, they get fired, which makes them drink even more. Okay, so it gets worse and worse, just goes in a circle. So vicious, that the idiom for that is vicious circle. Vicious is something that's nasty and not nice. Okay? Vicious is a synonym for something that is nasty or bad. For example, a vicious dog is a dog that bites people. Vicious just means nasty or not safe or bad. Okay, thank you, Hakan. Michael.
Yeah.
Yes, next one, please.
Virgin territory. If something is virgin territory, it hasn't been explored before.
Correct. So virgin usually means in English something that hasn't been touched or explored before. Okay, for example, before 1969, the moon used to be virgin territory. Okay, no human being had ever touched the moon before. Okay, until the first spaceship went to the moon. So the moon was virgin territory. So virgin territory just means somewhere that hasn't been touched or explored. Thank you, Michael. Minduk, back to you, please. Second to last one. Minduk, can you hear me?
Minh Đức ơi. Minh Đức.
Maybe he's disappeared for the moment. I can hear you now, Mrs. Hart. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, tone, please.
Voice is a wilderness. Someone who expresses an opinion that no one believes or listens to is a voice in wilderness, especially if proved right later.
Okay. Thank you, Tone. So this word here is actually pronounced wilderness. Wilderness. Even though I know the word that starts it is wild, is spelt wild, okay? But when it is in this form, it is pronounced wilderness. Again, one of those silly English words that changes its pronunciation when it's in a different form. Okay, so when it's in the noun form, wild becomes wilderness, not wilderness. I don't know why. Silly, I know. There is no rule for this. You just have to know it. Okay, so when you see this word, it's pronounced wilderness. Excuse me. So a voice in the wilderness. Wilderness means a big empty space with no one or nothing in it, like the Sahara Desert, for example, is a wilderness. Nothing much grows in the Sahara Desert. So a voice in the wilderness is a voice that is all alone, and that has come to mean someone who expresses an opinion that no one else listens to or believes in. They are a voice all alone. So a voice in the wilderness is someone expressing an opinion that no one else believes or no one else listens to. All right, and the very last one, knock.
I'm here.
Yes, last one, please, knock.
Waters are cycling. If the waters are circling, I'm so sorry. Waters are circling. If the waters are circling, then you or something is in danger, and its enemy are getting ready for the kill.
Okay, very good reading, knock. Well done. Good. Knock, do you know what a vulture is?
Well, I think it is the name of a bird.
Correct, yes. Do you know what a vulture does? I don't think you don't have them in Vietnam. I know we don't have them in New Zealand either, but you have countries like Africa, for example. Continents like Africa have vultures. All right, so they are a big bird. All right, very big bird, and they eat animals or creatures who are dead. Okay, that is what they live on. They wait for an animal to die before they start to eat it. So they are meat-eating birds, very ugly. Maybe you have seen some in some nature program sometime. They are big, very ugly birds who eat meat. Not many birds eat meat, but vultures do. And vultures, they can usually, when they are flying, they can see maybe an animal is sick, or maybe it is dying of thirst, and maybe it falls over and lies down, and the vultures start to circle above it. They're waiting for it to die, so then they can start eating it. All right. So when the vultures are circling has become an idiom, meaning someone is in danger. Okay. And that person's enemies are getting ready to kill it. All right. So you might use this idiom to describe maybe a politician, all right, whose career is in trouble. Maybe he's not going to be president anymore. And because he's not going to be president anymore, his enemies become very bold, all right? And they start to criticize him because they know now he's getting weak and he can't be president anymore. So that is described as the vultures are circling. His enemies are getting ready for him to die. Does that make sense, Nock?
Yes.
Okay, vultures, very ugly bird, very unpleasant, but they have their place in nature, like all animals. All animals. As you probably know, I'm getting away from the subject here slightly, but all animals in nature exist for a reason, okay? Even ones that do unpleasant things, like eat other animals or dead animals, or clean up the mess that animals make. All creatures exist for a reason. Vultures are there to clean up dead animals. All right, are there any questions about these idioms? Uncharted waters, under lock and key means something's very safe. Uncharted waters means unfamiliar territory. A velvet glove, an iron fist and a velvet glove means a person who looks gentle on the outside, but is tough on the inside, like a fist inside a soft glove. A vicious circle is when events start to repeat themselves, like the example I have here. A vicious circle means, the circle goes down, getting worse and worse. Vicious circle is something bad. Virgin territory means just territory that hasn't been touched or explored. A voice in the wilderness is someone who gives an opinion that is either not popular or that no one else has thought of. And finally, vultures are circling means that someone who is in a position of power is suddenly becoming weak and their enemies are waiting for them. Any questions about any of that? Okay. Let's look at today's test. Okay, so what you have to do with this is complete the gaps using the best noun or adjective for the country given. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to look at these, okay? All right, so you have to use the best noun or adjective for the country that is given. I will give you as an example, number 9. Number 9, okay, uses Vietnam. All right. Hakan.
Hello.
Okay, Hakan, can you do number 9 for me, please?
Hanoi is the Vietnamese capital.
Correct. Okay, so you're using Vietnamese. So you changed Vietnam to Vietnamese to fit into the sentence. So this is what you have to do with each of these countries. Okay, you have to change the word. All right, using the best noun or adjective for the given country. So in this case, number 9, which we've already done, Hanoi is the Vietnamese capital. Okay, we changed Vietnam, the noun, into Vietnamese, an adjective. Okay, so a couple of minutes to look at what to do with these other countries. Please ask if you are not sure what we are doing with this exercise. So again, the example number 9, the country is Vietnam, and we change that to an adjective. Hanoi is the Vietnamese capital for that sentence to make sense. Okay, just give you one more minute to look at these, then we'll go through them one by one. So we've already done 1, of course, number 9. So see if you can get the other 9 correct. Okay, I think we'll start, everyone. So, Michael. Hello, Michael.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, okay. Number 1, please. Can you
Uh,
read the
okay.
sentence and give me the correct form of Germany, please?
Okay. This could have a serious effect on the Germanic economy.
What is the word, Michael? What have you turned?
Germany.
No, not Germany. Okay,
No,
have
I
to
mean
change it.
Germanic.
Sorry, what do you mean?
No,
Not Germany. Not Germany.
I mean Germany.
No,
How do you spell it, Michael?
German.
Uh,
Biến sang tính từ cơ mà.
Germanic.
No, it's just German. Okay, German, as you might have heard
Wait.
Mrs. Ha say. Okay, this could have a serious effect on the German economy. German economy. Okay, number 1, the answer is German. Minduk, are you back with us, Minduk?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, number 2, please. Can you read the sentence and use the correct form of Britain?
Several tourists were injured in the accident, including 4 British.
Correct. Correct. British. British. Or there is another word that sometimes you might not be familiar with, but sometimes people use in the sentence. I'll put it on chat for you. And that is this word. Okay, Britons. Britons. British people are sometimes called Britons with an O, Britons. But in this case, I will accept British, okay? Several tourists were injured in the accident, including 4 British. Okay, so if you gave yourself, if you put German here, give yourself 1 mark. If you put British or Britons here, give yourself 1 mark. Thank you, Minduk. Tone, number 3, please.
According to the statistics, French contributed $5.4 million in aid.
Okay, so the word doesn't need to change. It is
Oh.
France. According to statistics, France contributed. Okay, so in this case, it doesn't change.
Okay.
All right, but you read this bit correctly, Tone. Okay, that's well done. $5.4 million. So that's good, Tone.
Okay.
Okay, so the answer to this one, France. Knock.
I'm here.
Number 4, please. Knock.
The average Swedish drinks 7.8 kilos of coffee a year.
Oh, not Swedish. Sorry, not Swedish. The word is, in this case, Swede. Swede. All right, that's what you call people from Sweden, Swedes. I'll just put it on chat for you. Okay, so in this case, it is Swede. The average Swede drinks 7.8 kilos of coffee a year. This, by the way, I know this doesn't work for someone from Vietnam. You would have to say the average, Vietnamese, I guess. The average Vietnamese. Okay, so in this case, that's if Vietnam was the country here. So Swede, all right, is the correct noun for a person from Sweden, is a Swede. Okay, Hakan, number 5.
The population of Chinese is around 1.4 billion.
Oh, another trick one. Sorry, Hakan. Okay.
Not Chinese.
No, not Chinese. It is what? The population of,
China.
yes, China. The population of China is around 1.4 billion. So this is another one, doesn't change form, okay? Again, think of your country as an example. You would say the population of Vietnam is around whatever the population is. You wouldn't say the population of Vietnamese. You would say the population of, just give the name of the country, Vietnam. So in this case, it is China. Number 5 is China. Okay, Michael, number 6.
Scheme was set up by the Australian government.
Correct. Well done, Michael. The scheme was set up by the Australian with an N on the end. Scheme was set up by the Australian government. Number 7, Minduk.
Machines selling fizzy drinks are to be banned in all American schools.
Yes. Well done, Minduk. Trick question there. Trick question in a way, because obviously this changes completely. Machines selling fizzy drinks are to be banned in all American schools. You could say maybe all USA schools, but that is not what a native speaker would say. A native speaker would say American schools. So well done, Minduk. That was correct. Tone, number 8.
6 African countries appear on the list of the 10 driest places on Earth.
Correct. So it's 6 African with an N on the end. 6 African countries appear on the list of the 10 driest places on Earth. Number 9 we have done. So number 10, Knock, you get the last one.
2 New Zealanders won gold medals at the Winter Olympics in China.
Correct. New Zealanders. Well done, Knock. That is correct. Good for you. Okay. Did anyone get 9? Anyone? Okay. How many did you get, Michael?
I got 8. I was losing in the first one and tricky.
Only the first one. So you got all the rest
No.
correct.
I got 8 because I looked on the first one and the other tricky one.
Okay. All right. Hakan, how many?
I also 8.
8. That's very good. 8, very good. Which one did you get wrong, Hakan?
The China ones.
Oh, yes, you did too. Okay. Knock, how many?
I got 8 too.
Okay. Which one did you get wrong, Knock?
Number 7 and number 4.
Okay. Okay. Number 7 was a bit tricky. Okay. So was number 4. Okay. Swede. Okay. Tone, how many? Hello, Tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
I
many?
got 8.
8.
yeah.
Okay. Which one, Tone? Did you get wrong?
The third one and
Mhm.
the fourth one, the French and Swedes.
Okay. All right. And last one, Minduk.
And I have 9.
9, really? Which one did you get did you get any wrong, Minduk?
No.
No. Congratulations, Minduk. Very good. Excellent. So just to summarize, everyone, so maybe you can remember this for the future. Number 1, this could have a serious effect on the German economy. German. Number 2, several tourists were injured in the accident, including 4 British or Britons. According to statistics, France contributed 5.4 million in aid. The average Swede drinks 7.8 kilos of coffee a year. A Swede is how you describe a person from Sweden. The population of China is around 1.4 billion. The scheme was set up by the Australian government. Machines selling fizzy drinks are to be banned in all American schools, is what a native speaker would say. American, not USA. 6 African countries appear on the list of the 10 driest places on Earth. Hanoi is the Vietnamese capital, of course, and 2 New Zealanders won gold medals at the Winter Olympics in China. Okay, any questions about any of that? All right. And Zung Ha, I didn't realize you were there. Hello, Zung Ha.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm a little tired.
You're a little bit tired. Okay. I hope you can stay awake for the rest of the lesson, Zung Ha. It's nice to have you with us this afternoon. All right. So what we're going to do now is a little bit of a look at speaking. And not just speaking, but about how you read things when you are giving a talk or reading something in public to either a small group or a class or even something bigger than a class. Have I mentioned the 4 Ps to you before? Not sure that I've done this recently. So I will just run through these quickly again for you. The 4 Ps, these are things to remember when you are giving a talk or reading something in public. such as, for example, the Ielts speaking test, or when you are asked to read something out aloud. So the first P is project your voice. That means you have to push your voice out from your mouth so that someone who is maybe sitting in a corner of the room, maybe a couple of meters or more away from you, can hear you easily. In fact, maybe think of someone who's a little bit deaf. For example, think maybe of one of your grandparents who maybe can't hear as well as they used to. Okay, so you want to let them hear what you are reading or saying, so you project your voice towards them so that they can hear you clearly. Project is a little bit different from shouting. All right, shouting is when you raise your voice and you start to yell at someone. This is not yelling. This just means that you push your voice out a little bit like I'm doing to you now. Okay, it means you don't talk the same way as if you are talking to someone close, when maybe you are talking a little bit like this, which means someone sitting a little bit far away from you can't hear very well. It means project means you push your voice out like this. And to project, by the way, you need to be able to breathe properly. So you need to be able to take enough air in to project your voice, because breath is the fuel or the petrol for your voice. So that is the first P to help you with speaking. And as I said before, this is in any language, not just English, also Vietnamese, if you are giving or reading something in Vietnamese. The second P is pace. Pace is a synonym for speed. I've mentioned this, I know, before to you. When you are reading or speaking, usually you want to go at what I call a walking pace or walking speed. You don't want to go too fast. Otherwise, people maybe they can't understand everything you are saying. And also you don't want to go too slow, because then it sounds like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't sound very confident. So you want to go at the right speed or pace. And the pace, the speed to go at is walking pace. Just imagine you are walking your way through your talk. The third P is pause. So pause means to stop momentarily or stop just for a moment. Pause. So you can pause when you are walking. You can pause when you are doing any sort of activity, means just to stop for a moment. If you pause when you are speaking and leave a little bit of silence, even someone who is only maybe half listening to what you are saying, when they suddenly realize for a moment that you've stopped speaking, they will start to listen more closely. We all do this just automatically. See how I just paused there for a moment? And I did it again, just to get your attention. If you keep talking like this, sentence after sentence, okay, maybe it becomes a little bit boring, a little bit monotonous. Maybe some people will start to feel tired, like Zung Ha, and you maybe start to fall asleep or lose concentration. But if every now and then you pause before you start talking again, it helps to get people's attention again. Okay, so that's what I mean by pause for effect. It has the effect of making people pay attention again. And the last P of our 4 Ps is pitch. What I mean by this, pitch is whether your voice is high or low sometimes, or in the middle. One thing that makes speakers or readers sound boring is when they read or say everything at the same pitch. For example, if I talk to you like this and I don't change the pitch of my voice, it sounds like this the whole way through. And after a while, it becomes very boring to listen to, because I'm not changing my pitch, which I just did to you then. Okay, so that is another not a trick really, but another effect you can use to help keep people actively listening and help gain their interest, keep their interest and attention. So, in summary, the first one, project. Okay, project means to push your voice out a little bit so that your maybe slightly deaf grandparent who is sitting in the corner can hear you. Project is the opposite of something like mumble, which means to talk too quietly. Pace means you read at a walking pace. Don't go too fast or too slow, of course. Pause means you stop just for a moment to help get attention for what you are going to say. Usually you would pause before some important sentence or idea to help get people's attention. And the last one I mentioned was pitch, where you do what I'm doing now with my voice, where you change the pitch of your voice, maybe up, maybe down, okay? Again, makes it sound more interesting, makes the way you are talking sound more interesting. Are there any questions about that? Okay, now we're going to practice a little bit. Right. All right. Now, I know the writing is a little bit small for this, but hopefully you can all read it. Is there anyone who cannot read the writing? All right, good. So this reading is taken from the Ielts reading test. Okay. And this, I think, is around about level 7 or 8. If you can understand this, it means you are reading about level 7 or 8 on the Ielts scale. So what I'm going to get you to do now is to read a sentence each, all right, and trying to keep each of the 4 P's in mind as you do it. Now, if you are not used to doing this, obviously it can be a bit difficult to remember all of the 4 P's at once. So we're going to start off with just projection. Michael. Hello, Michael.
Yeah. Did you
Okay,
share the
Michael.
screen yet?
Sorry, can you see the screen?
No, I can't.
You can't see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on just a moment, Michael. You should be able to see it. Hang on. Is there, I will just check with the others. Hakan,
I can see it. I cannot see it.
you can see it or you can't see it?
I can't see it.
You
I
can't
can see
the
you, but I can't see it.
Okay, you can't see the screen. Okay, hang on just a moment. I'll try again. Okay. Okay, Michael, can you see it now?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay, I just had to close and reopen it. All right, so Michael, what I want you to do for me now, please, is to read the first sentence, okay, down to material, the first word in the third line, okay, and I want you to project to me, Michael, all right?
Ooh.
Okay, so remember project, it means that you are treating me like I'm a little bit deaf, okay? I can't hear that well. So you need to just push your voice out to me a little bit, all right?
I'll try. My voice is a little bit too small.
Yeah, I know it is a little bit. Can you read it okay, Michael?
Yeah. As adults, how do we encourage our children to explore the rich resources of the internet without exposing them to a steady stream of marketing messages, such as junk email or sexually explicit? How do I pronounce that?
Okay, so the word is explicit, Explicit,
Okay.
explicit. Okay, explicit means something that is very obvious. Okay, very easy
Oh,
to
yeah.
see. Okay, that's what explicit means. Explicit means something that is very obvious. It means it's not. It is the opposite of hidden, if you like.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so something that is
Explicit
explicit. Yes, explicit material. Explicit
materials.
material.
Yeah.
In this case, material doesn't mean material can sometimes mean cloth. All right,
Yeah.
material
I
like
know.
cotton or silk, but in this case, material means something you might read or
Information.
watch. Information, correct. Okay, like a lot of English words, material has two meanings. Okay, it can mean information or books or movies. It can also mean cloth, like silk or cotton, something like that. Okay. So I heard a little bit of projection there, Michael, but I think you can do better. Okay. Next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can-
So when I mean projection, I want you to say something like this. As adults, how do we encourage our children to explore the rich resources of the internet? Okay, something like that. So just push your voice out a little bit more towards me. Okay.
Okay.
Hakan. Hakan.
Hello.
Okay, Hakan. So did you hear what I was saying about projection to Michael?
Yes.
Okay, can you try that, please, with sentence 2? Just read the second sentence.
This is a question that many people, especially parents, are struggling to answer.
Okay, so I need you to project a bit more, Michael. So something like, sorry, Hakan, something like this. This is a question that many people, especially parents, are struggling to answer. Okay, so remember, I'm a little bit deaf. Okay, Hakan?
Okay.
Okay, I'm a little bit deaf, so you have to push your voice out to me, but not just read like this, which you were reading
Oh.
like. Okay, so can you try that again, please, Hakan?
Okay, so this is a question that many people, especially parents, are struggling to answer.
Better, okay, that's better, Hakan, better, okay? And like I said before, breath is the fuel for your voice. So obviously before you start, you have to take a bit of a breath in, okay? So that you can push your voice out. Knock, knock.
I'm here.
Okay, knock. Do you understand what I want you to do?
Yes.
Okay, project to me, please, knock. Okay, sentence 3, please.
Although a solution has not yet been found, one possibility is to filter or block this objectionable material from children without interfering with the rights of adults to view and visit any website that they like.
Okay, that's good, knock. I can hear you projecting, okay? That's very good, knock. Can you feel yourself pushing your voice out a little bit, knock?
Yes, I'm gonna
Yeah.
try.
Yeah, that's good. No, I could hear you, knock. So again, remember the trick is just to treat me, the listener, like I am a little bit deaf, all right? I'm a little bit hard of hearing, okay? So you have to push your voice at me like this, all right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, very good, knock. Tone, tone.
Mm,
All
when
right.
the
Yeah, sorry,
um,
Tone. Continue, Tone. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
when the U.S. Supreme Court rejected the Communication Decency Act in June of 1997, industry and government officials alike looked to computer technology companies to create screening and filtering products to fill the gap left by these court decisions.
Okay, Tone. So you had a hard sentence, Tone, okay, which didn't make it easy. So I'll get you to do it again, Tone. Now you've read it through at once, okay? So that this bit in the middle here is the Communications Decency Act, okay? Communications Decency Act, which is an act of the U.S. court, all right? It's the sort of thing that governments a sort of law that governments pass. Okay, but industry and government officials alike. Okay, this word here means both industry and government officials. When you see this word here, alike, it means that the two things beforehand, in this case, industry and government officials, both together look to do something. Okay, so when you see alike used in this sense, it means that the two groups got together to do something. All right, so again, can you please read me the sentence, Tone? And again, please push it at me like I'm a little bit deaf. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
When the US Supreme Court rejected the Communication Decency Act in June of 1997, industry and government officials alike looked to computer technology companies to create screening and filtering products to fill the gap left by these court decisions.
Okay, much better, Tone. Very good. Well done. All right, Minduk.
I'm here.
Okay, Minduk, do you know what I want you to do?
Yeah.
I want you to project to me, okay? Remember, I'm a little bit deaf. Before we start, Minduk, this word here is Erasmus. Erasmus, okay? And Erasmus is somebody's name. All right, that's why it's a slightly unusual word. It's a name. Okay, whenever you're ready, please, Minduk.
Started in 1998, the Erasmus study set forth a plan for a family-friendly internet that would include as a key element filtering, blocking, and rating tools for parents, educators, and other concerned adults.
Okay, that's pretty good, Minduk. Pretty good. Okay, I could hear you then. Okay, Zong Ha.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Zong Ha, do you know what I want you to do?
Yes.
I want you to project to me. I'll just check just before you start, Zong Ha. This word here, the second to last word in the sentence, insidious. Okay, insidious. It means a bad quality of something. Okay, a bad quality or characteristic of something. That's what insidious means, and that's how it's pronounced. Insidious. Insidious. It's something that's bad about something. All right. Whenever you are ready, please, Zong Ha.
Much of the debate about appropriate content has focused on the spread of sexually explicit materials online, but there are others, equally insidious aspects.
Okay, that's not bad, Zong Ha. Not bad. Okay, I could hear you pushing it out towards me. That's good. All right. And remember, explicit means something that is very obvious, very easy to see. Okay. It is the opposite of hidden. Something that is explicit is very out in the open and easy to understand. All right. So I hope now you've all had an idea of what it feels like to project. Just to check, Michael. Hello, Michael.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, Michael. Just to check, okay, what is the fuel that powers your voice? Can you tell me?
Fuel
What?
the power and voice.
Yeah. Okay. To make your voice, to help your voice project, what fuel or petrol do you use for it? I mentioned this before. Begins with B. Begins with B. Not sure? Okay. Hakan. Hakan, can you tell me?
Yes, I think it's a deep breath.
Breath. Yes. Very good. Breath, Michael. Breath. Breath is the fuel that powers your voice. Okay. If you don't take in enough breath before you start speaking, you can't speak. Okay. You know what it feels like if you can't breathe, if you run out of breath halfway through a sentence, your voice gets like this. Okay, so you must breathe in order to be able to project. Okay, everyone. Thank you for trying that. We're going to take a short break now, all right, for you to stand up, stretch your legs, get a drink, okay, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Projection, remember, was the first of our P's. The next one is pace. So this should be quite an easy one because all you have to do is remember to walk your way through each sentence. Walk your way, not run. You've probably noticed when people are nervous, they tend to speak fast. They tend to speak fast. And if you speak fast, of course, sometimes people won't understand what you are saying. So a lot of people, when they stand up to speak in front of a group or a class or an examiner, they get a bit nervous and they tend to speak fast. So what you have to do is practice speaking at walking pace, walking pace. Where did I get up to? Who was the last person who spoke? I can't remember.
Me,
Was
I guess.
Was it you, Zung Ha?
I guess so.
I think so. I think you're right. So, Michael.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael. So, can you read the sentence for me, please? That starts much of
Now,
the
Bennett?
debate. Much of the debate. Okay. Much of the debate. Can you see that sentence in the second paragraph?
I thought they already read.
Yes, they did. Thank you, Michael. So, can you read the third sentence? Thank you for paying attention, Michael. Okay. Can you read the third sentence, please? The one that starts with now. And can you read it? This time we're just focusing on pace. All right. So can you read it at walking pace? All right.
Okay. I'll try.
Okay.
Now benefit from an increasing number of traditional advertising markets. Cigarette and alcohol companies are now turning cyberspace to reach their future market.
Okay. Very good. Very good pace, Michael. That's exactly what I meant. All right. The second word here, by the way, is pronounced banned. Okay. I think you said banned. That's actually pronounced banned. Banned.
Oh.
Okay, banned. All right, so that was good pace, Michael. So now, Hakan. Hello, Hakan.
Hello.
Hello, Hakan. So I want you to read the first sentence, please, of paragraph 3. Now, because pace is quite an easy one, you don't have to worry too much about thinking about it. All right, apart from just reminding yourself to read at walking pace, okay, I want you to do both the projection and the pace for me. Does that make sense, Hakan?
Okay.
Okay, just try. So that first sentence, please, of paragraph 3.
Virtually every major alcoholic beverage manufacturing company has an internet website which develops claim targets adults of legal drinking age.
Okay, so can you read the sentence again for me, please, Hakan, and just slow down just a little bit, all right? This will be easier. Now you've read the sentence once, you know what the words are. So just slow down just a little bit, okay?
Okay, virtually every major alcoholic beverage manufacturing company has an internet website which developers claim targets adults of legal drinking age.
Okay, that's better. So that's better pace, Hakan, better pace. So next time I just need a little bit more projection. This word here, by the way, is pronounced virtually, which means almost every. Virtually is a synonym for almost, as in almost every major alcoholic beverage manufacturing company. Virtually means the same as almost. Okay, knock.
I'm here.
Okay, knock. Can you read sentence 2 for me, please? So this time, both projection and walking pace. Okay.
Okay. Many alcohol companies court visitors by requiring them to provide their date of birth before entering the site.
Okay. A little bit slower, please, knock. I felt that you were almost running. Okay.
Yeah.
You're almost running through the sentence. So slow down.
Okay. So I will try again.
Yes, please. Yes.
Many alcohol companies court visitors by requiring them to provide their date of birth before entering the site.
Okay. So a little bit, you could go, I think, even slower, even a little bit slower, knock. All right. And one other
Yes.
thing I'm going to show you here, you can see the word card, okay, is in inverted commas. All right. So whenever you see this, this is a word that needs stressing, that needs some sort of emphasis, because it's a slightly unusual word to have in this sentence. That's why it's got the inverted commas around it. Many alcohol companies card visitors is how you need to read it. All right. So you need to put extra stress on the word card because it's an unusual one to have in the sentence. And it's an unusual word because it refers to something that you have to have some prior knowledge of how websites work to understand what this means. In this case, it means that they, it's like they capture details about visitors to the website by asking them to provide their date of birth. In this case, they are calling this, the way they do this, they are referring to as card. So anytime in English that you see a word in inverted commas and you need to read it out aloud, you have to put extra stress on that word. I'll do it for you again. Many alcohol companies card visitors by requiring them to provide their date of birth before entering the site. Okay, thank you, Knock. Tone, please.
Yeah.
Okay, next sentence, please, Tone. So this time, remember, I want you to walk your way through and project, all right?
I'll start the most sites, right?
Yes.
Most sites also include a disclaimer on the opening screen indicating that visitor must be of legal of drinking age.
Okay, that was bad. Good speed. Okay, good speed, Tone. All right. I'll get you to do it, and good projection too. But now you've read the sentence, I'll get you to do it one more time. All right. Now you're familiar a little bit with the words. Just quickly before you start, disclaimer. All right. Disclaimer is like some sort of condition or rule. All right. Often when you go to websites, okay, you will see they have something that is about a rule of the website. That is what a disclaimer is. It's some sort of rule. And legal, I'm sure you know what legal means. Legal means it must be within the law. Okay, can you do the sentence again, please, Tone?
Most sites also include a disclaimer on the opening screen indicating that visitors must be of legal drinking age.
Okay, very good, Tone. Excellent. Minduk.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, next sentence, please, Minduk. So remember, we're both projecting this time, all right? And we're walking pace. Whenever you're ready, please, Minduk. Do you know which sentence? The sentence that starts with many children, many children.
Many children, however, easily bypass these simple precautions by providing falsified birth date information to access these sites.
Okay. Okay, so that's good speed, Minduk. I just need you to project a little bit more. All right. Bypass, by the way, means to go around. Bypass means to go around, means to get around something. In this case, means to get around something on the internet that is stopping you from accessing a website. Falsified birth date information means you tell a lie about your birth date. You falsify the information, means to tell a lie. Okay, Minduk, same sentence again, please.
Many children, however, easily bypass these simple precautions by providing falsified birth date information to access these sites.
Okay, that was better, Minduk. So good speed, all right? And in this case, this word here is pronounced access, access. So the emphasis is actually on the last syllable. In fact, both syllables are probably evenly stressed. Access these sites. Okay, Zungha.
Yes,
Okay, next sentence, please, Zungha. So remember, walking pace, walking speed.
one insight is clear that these companies are creating an environment full of activities that can and do appeal to children and teens.
Okay, so just a little bit slower, please, Zungha. All right. I feel again like you're running a little bit. All right.
Once inside, it is clear that these companies are creating an environment full of activities that can and do appeal to children and teens.
Okay, that's better, Zungha. That's good. All right, Michael.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to do the pausing. All right, Michael. So what I want you to do in this sentence, every time you see a comma, all right, I want you just to pause a little bit. Okay.
Hey, can you do an? Okay.
I'll give you an example if you like, Michael. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. On some sites, visitors are encouraged to play games. Okay, so just pause a little bit more than you usually would. Okay.
So do I go?
Away you go. Every time you see a comma, Michael. Okay.
Yeah. On some sites, visitors are encouraged to play games, download screensavers, and enter draw to win a free t-shirts.
Okay, that's very good, Michael. Excellent. That's very good. All right, so remember, you pause in order to create an effect to get people's attention. People are not used to listening to silence when someone is talking. So you can use pause to get their attention. Thank you, Michael. Hakan.
Hello.
Okay, Hakan. So what I want you to do, same as Michael, every time you see a comma in this next sentence, the first sentence of paragraph 4, can you please pause just for a moment, okay?
Okay. Social, legal, and political pressures have denied tobacco companies web-based marketing, but there is no shortage of site devoted to the consumption of glorification of smoking cigarette and cigars.
Okay, only 2 commas that time. So I know you didn't get much chance to practice your pausing. I'll get you to do it one more time. That was pretty good reading, Hakan. This word here, by the way, glorification, means to make something look glamorous and attractive. That's what that synonym means. So consumption and glorification of smoking cigarettes. That means to make smoking cigarettes look cool, all right, to look attractive, to look glamorous. Okay, and this word here is pronounced cigars, not cigars. It's just, so the emphasis is on the second part of the word, cigars. All right, one more time, please.
Social, legal and political pressures have denied tobacco companies web-based marketing. But there is no shortage of sites devoted to the consumption and glorification of smoking cigarettes and cigars.
Okay, very good reading. Very good reading, Hakan. And hopefully you've noticed, Hakan, and others of you who are reading, that actually when you go a little bit slower and you put in pauses, it's easier to understand the meaning of things. Okay, it stops you going too fast, and it's easier for your audience, the people who are listening, to understand the meaning of things too when you slow down a little bit. Okay, Knock, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, Knock. Okay, next sentence, please, Knock. Okay, so this time, actually there are no commas in the sentence. All right. So I want you to pause for me, Knock. Okay. After the word, let me see, where's a good place to pause? After cigarettes, please. Okay, Knock.
Okay.
Please pause a little bit after the word cigarettes. Okay. Okay, and after the word smoke. All right, so after cigarettes and after smoke.
Okay.
Okay.
Pictures of women smoking cigarettes appear on sites which feature cool ways to smoke and offer lessons in smoking tricks.
Okay, that's very good, Knock. Well done. All right. Which word did you mispronounce slightly? This word, I think, feature. It's pronounced feature, feature. Okay, almost like the T is instead like a CH sound, feature, feature, cool ways to smoke, feature, feature. It's a synonym for show. They will show cool ways to smoke, feature cool ways to smoke. Tone, please. Okay, first sentence of the next paragraph. Okay, okay.
Although no one seems to know exactly the relationship between online marketing and alcohol and tobacco consumption, studies have shown advertising to be extremely effective in increasing youngsters' awareness of and emotional response to products. Their recognition of certain brands and their desire to use these advertised products.
Okay, that's good reading. That's very good reading. Thank you, Tone. All right, and very good pausing too. Minduk.
I'm here.
Okay, Minduk, next sentence, please. Okay, the one that begins this trend, this trend. So again, no, there are no commas in this. All right, so I want you to pause, Minduk. All right, I want you to pause just for a moment after the word alarming. Okay, after the word alarming and after the word spokespersons. Can you remember that, Minduk?
Okay.
Okay, so after the word alarming and after the word spokespersons, just leave a small pause, please. Okay.
This trend becomes even more alarming when the relationships are created between children and spokesperson for alcohol and tobacco products.
Okay, not bad, Minduk. I think you could leave a slightly bigger pause. Remember, you are doing this to try and get people's attention. Okay, I'm going a little bit more quickly now because I want us to get finished through this before the end of the lesson. Zungha, Zungha.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Zungha. Okay, so you have only one pause to make. Okay, when you see the comma after concern, all right, please pause there for a moment. All right.
Alcohol and tobacco advertising and marketing practices are also a cause for concern. When many focusing in the industry a successful effort to target your
Okay, so you can leave a bigger pause. All right, Zungha. Okay. And next time we do it, get you to leave a bigger pause. This word here is pronounced youth, youth, which I'm sure you probably know means young people. Youth, pronounced youth. Same as you'd say the word you, youth, with TH on the end. All right, and the very last thing we're going to do quickly, and I want to do a couple of other things with this reading, so we'll do this fast. Michael?
Yep.
Okay, can you please read for me this phrase, Michael? Just the phrase up until the first comma, all right? Making sure that you change the pitch of your voice a little bit as you are doing it, okay? I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, Michael. Something like
Okay,
this,
okay.
all right? There is no easy solution to the problem.
Ooh.
All right. Did you hear how I made the pitch of my voice go up and down?
Yeah.
Okay, so just show me you can do that, Michael. That's all I want.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
There is no easy solution to the problem.
Okay, good. The first part was excellent, Michael, just like that. All right. And I think maybe you noticed, I certainly noticed, and maybe the rest of you listening too, how much more interesting that sounded from just reading. Do you see what I mean, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah,
see.
suddenly it gets your attention because it doesn't sound suddenly like you are reading. There is no easy solution to the problem. All right, it's very different from just saying there is no easy solution to the problem. All right, which sounds a little bit boring. Okay, there is no easy solution to the problem. So that is what changing your pitch means.
Ooh.
Okay, Hakan.
Okay.
Okay, did you hear what I did with Michael about changing the pitch?
Yes.
Okay, can you please do the same thing, please? Just read this phrase to the end of the line. All right.
Okay, so expect to monitor online school and tobacco promotions.
Okay, I want you to do that once more time, but even more. Okay, even more. I can't. Something like this, except to monitor online alcohol and tobacco promotions. All right.
Okay, so expected to monitor online alcohol and tobacco promotions.
Okay, good. You're getting the idea. Okay, now normally you wouldn't read it like this, of course. Okay, but I'm just getting you to practice this so you get used to the feeling and how it sounds, all right? So that you know you can use this as a tool when you are speaking. Knock.
I'm here.
Okay, Knock. Do you know what I want you to do?
Yes.
Okay, so can you read from and until the end of the sentence, please? And just change the pitch of your voice up and down as you do so, okay?
Okay. And develop any additional safeguards needed to protect youth that are already at risk.
Knock, that is excellent. Okay, exactly that. Okay, that's very good, Knock. Okay, so notice how that felt and how it suddenly sounds different. Okay, and because it sounds different, it will make your talk or your reading sound more interesting to people who are listening. Does that make sense, Knock?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what changing your pitch does. And of course, you don't do this every sentence. Otherwise, it sounds a bit silly. If you go up and down like this all the time, okay, sounds strange. But if you do this every now and then with certain sentences, can make your talk or your reading sound much more interesting. Tone, can you please try it, please? Okay, can you read for me, Tone, just the phrase that ends digital age, okay? Oh, hello, Tone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tone, did you hear what I was saying, Tone?
Can you repeat it?
Okay, so you are doing the pitch change in your voice. Just read the phrase that ends digital age, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Read the full sentence. We are quickly.
yes.
Okay. We are quickly moving into a digital digital age. that
Okay,
will-
sorry, can you just read that phrase, Tone? Just ending digital age, but can you change the pitch of your voice up and down a bit, please? Okay, like just like you heard Knock do before. So
Okay.
I'll give you an example. We are quickly moving into a digital age, something like that, okay?
we are quickly moving into a digital age.
Okay, good. That's better. That's better, Tone. So again, we're doing this so it stops you when you are reading, making it sound like it's very boring and very red, okay? And all the same, if you learn how you can change the pitch of your voice, all right, to get, to add extra color and interest to what you are saying, it will make you a much more interesting person to listen to. Minduk.
Yes.
Okay, Minduk, can you read from that until the end of the sentence, please?
Where?
Changing your pitch, okay? All right, so we are quickly moving into a digital age. Can you finish the sentence, please, Minduk?
That will profoundly affect how children and youth grow and learn, what they value, and ultimately who they become.
Okay, can you do that one more time, Minduk? And again, I want you to exaggerate the pitch change a bit. Okay, so something like this, that will profoundly affect how children and youth grow. Okay, a little bit like that. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
That will profoundly affect how children and youth grow and learn, what they value, and ultimately who they become.
Okay, that's better. Better, Mindok. Okay, and the last one for you, please, Zong Ha.
Having our children and teens navigate in this digital culture presents both a challenge and an opportunity.
Okay, very good, Zong Ha. Excellent. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Sorry, very good pitch changes. Okay, so just to summarize what we have done this lesson, we have done the 4 Ps. Okay, I'm going to put this in chat for you here. All right, the 4 Ps, and these are for reading and speaking, not just in English, but in any language, okay, in Vietnamese as well. These are tools, if you like, to help make your speaking or reading sound more interesting and more understandable to an audience. Michael, can you remember the first P? Can you remember? The one I talked about, pushing your voice out to your deaf grandparents?
Yeah.
What was the first P? Can you remember?
I can't really pronounce.
Okay.
Was it?
It was this.
Oh, projection.
Projection. Okay. Projection means to push your voice out. All right. Push your voice out like this. Push your voice out. Project your voice. Project means to push out. Okay. And again, by the way, project in this sense, like I've said before, it's an English word with 2 meanings. All right.
Yeah.
This word here, project, can mean something you are working on, like an essay or assignment. I'm doing a project for my teacher. But project, when it's pronounced that way, means to push something out, project. At the moment, Russia is projecting its war power in Ukraine. Okay, it's pushing something out. So again, it's an English word that can have 2 meanings depending on the context of the sentence. So the first P is projection. Hakan, can you tell me what the second P was? Can you remember?
I forgot. I just remember that the comma we have to.
Okay, I know. All right. So this is the second one. Remember?
Oh, pace, yeah.
Pace, yeah. And what does pace mean? Hakan, what does pace mean?
Pace mean like when have a comma, we have to stop
Ooh,
reading for a
no,
while.
no. That's the next one. That's the next one. That's not
Oh.
pace, sorry. Can you remember what pace means? Pace is a synonym for what?
Yeah, I forgot it.
Okay, pace is a synonym for speed.
Oh.
Okay, so remember, pace means you want to read at walking pace. Okay, walking speed. Okay,
Oh.
not running pace. All right, not running. Okay, and not crawling pace, not slow. You want to just read at walking speed. Okay, too slow, and obviously people will get bored if you are speaking like this too fast and they can't understand you. Okay, so pace is the second P. Knock.
I'm here.
Okay, Knock, can you remember what the third P is?
It's pause.
Yes, well done, Knock. Okay, you pause, okay, when you want to try and attract people's attention to what you are saying. And this is usually before you are, you want to emphasize a special word or an idea that you are trying to get your audience to understand. You pause just before it, which means give a little bit of silence, which attracts people's attention, even to people who might be getting a little bit tired and have maybe switched off a little bit from what you are saying. You pause, like I just did then, to get their attention back. Okay, thank you, Knock. And the last P, tone. Can you remember what the last P was?
The pitch on.
Pitch, yes. Well done, Tone. Excellent. Okay, pitch. Okay, pitch just means to change the tone of your voice, like this, okay? Which, like I say, you don't want to do all the time because it sounds a little bit silly, but it's an easy way of making your reading or your talk sound more alive by changing the pitch of your voice, and it stops it sounding like you are reading. And again, I'll just give you a quick example from one of the sentences in this reading. Virtually every major alcoholic beverage manufacturing company has an internet website which developers claim targets adults of legal drinking age. Okay, I didn't change the pitch of my voice at all, and it's both sounds boring and hard to understand. But if I change it to something like, virtually every major alcoholic beverage company has an internet website. Okay, instantly it sounds more interesting and also easy to understand. So the 4 Ps for speaking are project your voice out, pace, the speed at which you speak, which should be walking pace. You pause to get attention for some word or idea that you want your audience to understand, and you change the pitch to make it sound more interesting. Okay, are there any questions about that, please? Any questions? Okay, that's the end of the lesson for this afternoon. Can you please turn your cameras on so I can see you? Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Tone. Thank you, Zung Ha. Can't see you yet, but I'm sure I will. I can see Mrs. Ha. Minduk, good to see you. Cool haircut, Minduk. I like your haircut. Very cool. Okay, Knock, I can see you. Knock, you've taken your glasses off. Knock. Can you see without your glasses?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good. That's good. Nice. So I have to wear glasses too often, but at the moment, because I'm quite close to the computer screen, I'm not wearing them. And Hakan, I can see you too, Hakan. Good to see you. All right, everyone. Are there any questions about the 4 Ps? Quick test again. What's the first one, Michael? The first P. Can you remember?
Yeah, projection.
Projection. Yes, yes. Tone. Tone. Second
Yeah.
P. The second P. What was the
Pace.
second P? Pace. Yes. Okay. Walking pace. Zung Ha. Zung Ha.
Pause.
Pausing. Yes. Excellent. And last one for you, Minduk. Minduk.
Pitch.
Pitch, yes. Well done, you guys. Excellent. Okay. Thank you for
Uh,
paying attention. All right, for that. And
and-
I hope this will help you speaking in Vietnamese as well as English. Sorry, Mrs. Ha, you want to say something?
Okay. And next week, next week is going to be like a holiday here. So I think,
Oh, is it?
yes, please let the class off because
Okay.
the first of May, everyone
Okay.
everyone need to be off.
All right.
Okay.
1st of May. So
Yes,
this
1st of
this is a this is a special day in communist countries, is it?
So you can emphasize communist country, but how about
Communist countries.
how about in the country?
Yeah.
No.
May Day. You have May Day.
Yes,
Is that right? May Day. May Day.
But how
Yeah.
about you? How about in the country? No.
We don't have a special day for democratic countries, I think.
Oh, okay.
Don't have a special day. No.
Yeah. So, but
So, no,
I
they-
think here is a very big holiday, you know.
Right.
We will
Okay.
have some holidays. on
Okay.
this-
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Ha.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Thank you again. Thank you for paying attention and thank you for doing the exercises.
học này rất
I
là
hope
hay.
you will
Yeah.
hope you will find them helpful.
Thank
So
you so
everyone
much
have
for a very interesting lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
okay, everyone. So
Yeah.
have a good week. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Okay?
in 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay. Là tuần sau chúng mình nghỉ nhá, đúng không? Okay, vì là ngày lễ mà. Have a good holiday. Okay, goodbye.
Okay. Bye,
Goodbye,
everyone.
teacher.
Bye.
Có nhà bạn.
Bye.